Hello, everyone. Thank you once again for joining us this evening. This is Empowerment Network. It's the eve of Thanksgiving for the Americans. Happy Thanksgiving to you all in advance. And of course, Andy Collins and myself were here this evening for us together to look at the topic, which says that the OES is everything you need put together for you. You and myself and everybody, and especially anybody joining us for the first time, anybody who's not yet part of the ecosystem, you need to stay here, wait, and ask a few questions. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so. Andy, you're welcome.
Hi, guys. It is Thursday and it's Thanksgiving. Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to all our American cousins. And we don't celebrate that in the UK, so it's just another boring Thursday night.
Collins, do you think it's going to be a boring Thursday? Not too boring for some people who say it's boring, though.
I don't think it's boring because I'll be so busy tomorrow, so it'll be even a crazy busy day for me. Well, so yeah, just want to welcome everyone here and happy Thanksgiving Day to all our American founders, across the world. I hope you enjoy it.
Boring because I'm not going to be having turkey, but it's going to be fine anyway. So, guys, let's get cracking. Collins, what do you think? There's the OES is everything that you and myself need just put in one place.
Yeah. So if we look at it, the OES is the modern way. So the single sign-on with everything put in one place, which is affordable, and it's of high value for businesses and normal users. So there is nowhere you can go, especially when we look at technology, the way technology is moving now. People want the life to be easy. They don't want to be logging into multiple applications. They just want where they can go and see everything in a single sign-on. That's just a one-stop shop. So, that's the only place. And yeah, that's the only place you can get it because there's none out there. The only one we have was Microsoft package. And some people say, yes, but what about Google? What about that? They are all add-ons. It's not single sign-on because it's just like they integrate some of the software to the application, but they are all standalone products. So when you look at proper single sign-on, it's in ONPASSIVE, where you log in and everything is integrated within the ecosystem. And you can just navigate all the application as if you were navigating one application. But remember, OMail is a standalone product. It's a business on its own right, a multi-billion-dollar company, the same like all the other Gmail, Yahoo Mail, and stuff like that. You talk about social media application, ONET. It's a standalone product, bigger than Facebook and the rest. We are not even comparing them because Andy can talk about a lot with individual products. But remember, within ONET, there are several applications within ONET, like podcasts, blogs, and stuff like that, integrated into one single social media application and then integrated again into OES. So the moment you log in once, what happens? You can navigate all the applications. You can navigate even OConnect, which is a paid product, as if you were just using one single platform. But it is really a difficult thing to do. But Mr. Ashbofar and the team put everything together and it's just working seamlessly as if you're just using one application. So that's a big deal and it's massive for the market.
Okay, so I'm not sure because you mentioned another company that would have a single sign-on before now. However, you find the OES the best. What could be the difference?
So you want to go, Andy?
You carry on.
So if we look at it, we say Microsoft. Microsoft is Microsoft package, and with Microsoft package, you can use it offline, right? It's not a web application. It's like if we look at it, we say we have spreadsheet. You have the spreadsheet which is already there. We have Word document. You have the other little things like PowerPoint, all of those, publisher, everything. Microsoft look and say, okay, what if we bring it? Because it was all different. Microsoft said, all right, for us to get that market share, let's bring Word document, integrate it with publisher. When you buy the Microsoft package, you log in once, you can seamlessly move within, you know. But it is a kind of, not really like the single sign-on you will talk of. When you are navigating, you feel like you are going to one application, there is all a bundle. But when we look at the single sign-on Mr. Ashmufara have done, you just have to log in, and then you see all these applications all lined there. You can click on it, it will just launch you, open, like OMail will open within the ecosystem. You know, ONet will open a new browser, which is like they call it how they call it, the dashboard, you know, ONet dashboard, and then O Connect dashboard. So it launched a different browser, not within the ecosystem. So you can use it as a standalone, and then but it is launching from where? From the ecosystem, because you need to log into the ecosystem for you to be able to use that product without logging in again. But different products, you have to click on that product, log in, use it, go to this, log in. So there are multiple logins. But with ONPASSIVE product, you log in only once into the ecosystem, and you can use all those products without logging in again. So that is the difference, you know. And you can look at it and say, my God, this is mind-blowing, because a lot of people look at Microsoft, they don't know it's single sign-on, but it is not the way we see it. You have to buy the package and then go through everything. And with the difference with that, with Microsoft, it means you have to pay every year. Do you know Microsoft product? Every year you have to activate again, and it's really costly. With ONPASSIVE, what happened? You pay once, and you can make commission out of it. From your profit, you'll be paying. You know, you can pay, but everything you are paying is coming off your commission if you choose to. But if you say you want to be a normal customer, of course, you'll be paying every year without being an affiliate. You can pay every year. But what if you look at it, it is even more cheaper, because all of these products are of high quality, very, very high quality. And remember, though we are looking at Microsoft, all right, what about Google? Google have come with something like that, similar. You know, you have Google Chat, you know, PowerPoint in Google, all of those things. You know, when you're using most of those companies, they don't even use Microsoft too much. They use more of Google products now, because Google have come with something like that. But it's not single sign-on as per se. You know, it's just integrated product in one platform. But this, we're talking about login once and it's there for you. You just have to navigate and use as if they are just one.
All right. Okay. That was a powerful starting point there. So I think I'll just let Andy come from wherever he wants to. So if I still need something, I'll go for it, please. Andy.
Okay. Kind of simplify things from a business perspective, because most medium-sized companies that have employees at the moment will probably have a software package for recruitment. They will probably have an HR management software. They're probably likely to have an accounts package or a payroll package. They're likely to have an internal communication system of sorts. They want to be able to send, you know, documents through. Those companies that have international offices, they want to be able to send stuff securely to one another in various different places, but they want to be able to talk to each other. Companies want to companies that are global, for instance, may have workers in South America and some in Japan. The potential problem is the language barrier. So if you can accommodate all of these things under one roof and one single sign-on, not only does it save the companies huge amounts of money, because each specific software package is phenomenally expensive from what I've seen. You know, and there's 6 or 7 that you've got to purchase and pay for each and every month, etc. Now all of a sudden they're under one roof, and because the system means that you don't have to log out of one, log into another, log out of that one, log into another, log out of that one, log into another, because everything is under one roof, it makes it easier, time saving. And because the products are far superior, but at a great price point, they're far more cost effective than what you've got currently. So when you put this to larger companies, and I have no doubt that, you know, ONPASSIVE will start to market to large companies, there are two ways that that company can go. The company can either say, okay, we'll take on the you know, but we'll pay for every one of our employees within the company to make sure they have access to this information as well, and we'll, because of the fact that we're paying for it, it comes back to us in commission, which means we cover the cost. It's one way of looking at it. Or they simply become a customer and start using a far superior product at a far lower price point. Now, we've mentioned this already, Collins, in several of the webinars. I've always been a great believer in you get what you pay for. You know, you pay for a suit and you pay for a cheap suit, it's not going to last very long. You pay for a nice dinner, you get a nice food. If you pay for a cheap dinner, you get cheap food. This is a total difference to that. This is something that has been created by a genius mastermind that has said, do you know what? We can do far better than what's available right now, but we can do it at a fair and ethical price, a correction to the corruption. And that's what he's gone and done. And I love it.
All right. Thank you so much, Andy. So, Collins, I was going to, we have discussed, the first point is all based on businesses and stuff like that. I just want us to reduce it maybe to individuals or families. Would this apply to families too, or individuals or friends and stuff like that? The idea or the fact that everything is put together for you, could this apply to lay people, families, friends and stuff?
Yes, with families, it's the same single sign-on is single sign-on. So, you know, like I just read something in the comments. One person said, I don't understand, but when I go to Google, I log in once. So I just want to explain this to clarify this. You know, if you look at the package, what you are getting from Google and what you are getting from Microsoft, you have to run it to your software. You know, when you go, you get the package, they said install it, right? Once you install the package is now running on your software. With ONPASSIVE, you don't need to install anything. It's a web application. You are not installing. That's the difference I want to make so people understand. Yes, it's a package, you log in, but you don't even see as if you are logging in. You install it and then it's running. The Word document is there. The PowerPoint is there. Everything is just there. So you go, you search, you're looking for PowerPoint, Word document, that's it. But with ONPASSIVE, is a web application, and web means it's running on the World Wide Web, where you just need to go to www.onpassive.com is there, and then click on login. And if you have already created an OMail account, you go straight, you are in the ecosystem. So you can go anywhere, right, and use any computer, you will log in. But what if you buy a Microsoft or a Google package, you run on your browser, and then you move to someone, you don't have your computer with you. You go somewhere and say, please, can I borrow your computer? Can you log in on that list? If the person don't have it, it is not there. It is not on. If the person don't have it, the person have not purchased Microsoft package or anything, you cannot use anything. So it is based on what you have bought and installed on your computer, and it's only on your computer or the family computer. But with ONPASSIVE package, because it's a web application, anywhere you go, I can borrow Sir Comfort PC. I said, give me, go there straight. I have a login. I can log onto your computer, do what I want to do, log out, and I go. You know, if I want, I clear the cache, everything. So you will not even know I've used I've logged into your computer, you know, on ONPASSIVE. So that's the difference people need to know. And the moment you don't pay in again, what happened? Microsoft shut you down, you know, and if you've bought virus and antivirus, because it comes with virus and antivirus package, what happened? The system now trigger virus to your computer. Antivirus bring virus back to your computer, because that's the only way they want you to buy, by pushing virus to your computer, and then you go and buy to clean it again. So I just want to clear it, but not to scare you. So we just have to be careful when you look at this. Now let's look at the family.
It's not scare. It's not scaring. Hold on, you will go back to that, Collins, because even we don't discuss the family and discuss this, it's important. Because it's good to know, Andy. I don't know about you, but I think that it's good to know because thank you, whoever asked the question, Alex, because I've learned a bit more. Because I know what it means when you buy a laptop and you've not yet installed your Microsoft thing, the laptop is useless, isn't it? Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, I've had Outlook, the email system before, and the problem I've had is when you leave the company, you lose everything. You know, it's all on the computer. If you got a web-based system, it's totally different. And you know, let's put it this way: if you're an employee and the company take on the package, and you start paying for, originally they start paying for the products, but you become part of that because you're using the products, you could become an affiliate, so you could start earning a secondary income from it. Now that realistically, the opportunities are endless. But if I go back to, and I know I harp on about this on a regular basis, financial services companies, you know, there's one in particular that has offices globally. So they have offices in over 50 countries around the globe, 67, I think, in total, something like that, and well over 5,000 consultants. But they have in excess of 50,000 customers. Now, if you just used your noddle a little and said, do you know what, I could contact all of my customers via video conferencing. I can send them a private encrypted email if they've got an email set up as well, because it's all done on our servers, no one else's. So it's totally encrypted and safe, but I can send through any size file. So you could do a video conferencing with a customer, and that customer potentially becomes your customer for ONPASSIVE. Now, the company have now got an income coming in from the ONPASSIVE products that they're using for their consultants and their customers, and they could use it to pay bonuses or, you know, run incentives for the company if they don't want to take the income themselves. Plenty. But from a consultant's point of view, he's solely reliant upon when a piece of business issues. After you've written a piece of business and you've sold something to somebody, you've done an investment for somebody, for instance, it takes time to then get paid. And some people find it difficult. So if they've got a secondary income coming in from ONPASSIVE, but they're using the ONPASSIVE products for their business to enhance it, this is just one. How many different types of business are there out there? International businesses. Every single international business should use this system. You know, we've got this umbrella facility with everything, all of these little bits and pieces underneath it, and the email is a great system in itself, because very shortly we'll have one that is specifically designed for businesses. Now, financial services is the best one, but banks are the same. If your bank wants to send you an email, they can't, because at the end of the day, it's not private, it's not encrypted, and it's not safe. But if you've got a system where you could send through any size file and it's totally encrypted, I could send all of my customers statements with the safety and the knowledge that all of this information is going to be sent only to that person, and only that person is going to be able to open it. Now, that's one product. We've got over 50 coming, and they're all under this umbrella. What more does anyone want? Now, from our point of view, because we're early birds and this is our business, if you like, just think of the opportunities that we've got to introduce this to others, along with what the company is going to do for us anyway. You have one company that you find has got 100,000 employees. Do you not think that's going to provide you with a nice little income as far as a commission is concerned? I think so.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So let's go back to this whole thing, Collins. We have everything put together for us. However, it's cost effective. And when you look at things, some people just distance themselves from this because how good it sounds and how affordable it seems make them think like, there's something not right here. So should we still boost that this whole thing out here is worth it? It was us making the news about it.
Yeah, Mr. Comfort, you just said it, and that's the question I wanted to answer, because I know the other person who asked that question said, I've been logging on different applications, I log in only once. So I want to clarify why single sign-on is difficult to build, and it's easy to use. And I'll give a couple of examples with companies that have different products. Okay, for instance, let's look at Google. Google has YouTube. Google owns YouTube. So if you go to your Gmail, because Google has Gmail, or log out from your Google account, because you can log out from your Google account. Go to your Google account, log in, and I want the person who is arguing this, tell me if you log into Google, you can navigate to YouTube and still launch YouTube from Google. Tell me if you do that, I'll forfeit my founding position and give you. Tell me about Facebook. Facebook has YouTube. Tell me if you can log in once in Facebook and then you can see YouTube, where you can click on YouTube and YouTube is open directly for you. When we talk about single sign-on, we are talking about bringing different applications, multi-billion applications, integrate them within a platform like the ecosystem. The moment you log into the ecosystem, like the ONPASSIVE ecosystem, you can see all of those products, though they are standalone products, but they are all in there where you can click. It just launches, you open it, you are there. You don't have to log in again from their screen. And if I click, for instance, I click at ONET, ONET open the cPanel. When I log in from ONET, what will happen? My ecosystem will shut me down because I've logged in. You log out once, it shuts you down. The reason, and maybe this person who is asking this question don't know, all these products, they are standalone products, they have different database system. The different database is connected to a central database. The moment you log out from that, it triggers information to the central database and says, shut down the other application. So if the person don't know this, what I'm just educating you. So this is something that is massive, because you're talking about multiple database linking to one central database. So it talks to everything you do. If you update your information here, it updates it to all the other products. Change your name once, go to ONET, update your name, it will change. It will update your name to all the other products. Just to tell you that is how single sign-on works. And you log out, it log you off from the other product. This is what is coming now in the market, and it will be a game changer for businesses, because like Andy always said, is those who work in most of the big corporation, you have old staff, it's a different application. You have your communication tool is different. You have whatever they are doing, accounting tool is different. Those who work with different applications, you buy it from different companies. So you have multiple logins. They said, okay, Andy, go and check about the sales business here from this platform. What do? You look at your login, you have credential, you sign in, you look at it. Then you log out because you cannot leave it open. You jump to this, you log in. How many logins you have? Credentials. You have multiple because you are working on multiple applications. What if there is an applications that gives you the ability to log in once, and all those applications that you are logging is in there, so you don't have to log in again. You can just go to accounting software, do your taxation, come out, close the screen, go to this, do your this, come out without logging into multiple applications. That is what we are explaining about single sign-on. That is so powerful, especially to do it on a web application is difficult, and all of this thing is challenging, but it will help the business, because people forget their password a lot. You go to a short holiday, maybe 1 week, you come back, you forgot all your password. You have to call support. Please, can you reset my password? Which password? For this application, they reset it. Can you reset my password for this application? Because multiple applications, multiple logins. But now ONPASSIVE build it, put it on one platform with just one login. And what will happen? It will cut down time frame, not only for businesses, for normal user like you and I, those who forget password a lot, because I forget password a lot. So you have make my life easy. I can go to ONET, go to OMail, go to OTrim without logging in again, go to even OConnect, click on OConnect, it launches OConnect straight. I don't have to log in again. All tracker will come. The same thing. the moment they integrate it into the ecosystem, yes, it is there. But it doesn't cancel the fact that ONPASSIVE cannot sell it out as a standalone product. If the company wish to integrate that product with their system, ONPASSIVE will give it. But what will happen? They will discover that ONPASSIVE is even giving them more opportunity. They will finally, switch all into ONPASSIVE products. Sister Comfort, that's what I wanted to explain here. But it is so powerful, and it is. I've been in a place where they talk about single sign-on. Most companies, they are trying. They can't, because all the product they have built was all standalone product. For you to be able to do that, it means you have to break all the products, start from scratch, build central database, build. It is difficult. And you think the customer will wait for you? Say, if Google said, okay, we want to integrate YouTube now into, they need to break certain things. Do you think those who are using the search engine will wait for? They'll start to look. Let's go to Internet Explorer. Let's go here. Let's go to different search engine. We cannot wait for Google, because because if they want to, they have to shut down. It's a massive thing. You cannot integrate. Facebook cannot integrate WhatsApp into it. Let's look at it. If you look at Messenger is a standalone product. It is not into Facebook. You have a different icon of Messenger. But when you go into Facebook, log into your Facebook account, have you seen Messenger there? But in ONPASSIVE, go to ONET, Messenger is in there. It's not out. It's not separated. It's into that place, single sign-on. So if this person who is saying, you say you can just navigate, it's because you have an app. And if you go and shut down that app, you will still log into that app separately without going to somewhere and log in, because all of us have app and the app is running. But most companies will say, no, don't leave it. It's risky. You have to shut it down, especially if you are working in a business atmosphere. What if you leave it, it's running, someone come in, go in and then do something? They'll hold you because you allow it. You didn't log out when you were going. So Stakomba, I just want to leave it there. Maybe I've answered your question. So
yeah, sure.
It's powerful.
Yeah, sure. That was a lot of useful information there. So one thing, if you listen to what you have said, and especially the contribution Andy made earlier on, all the one-stop shop, single sign-on, and all of the explanations you are giving, however, they are very cost-effective, And meanwhile, all of those things, they save you time, they save you money, they save more effort, like Auntie Lynn says, they save all of those things. However, it's cost effective, and some people are like, I'm not sure. It sounds like ONPASSIVE is really massive, but why is it so a bit cost a bit less? So can you explain a bit that to before Andy comes in, Collins?
Yeah, so we look at high quality products. The value of the products are really high. The cost effectiveness is the price that Mr. Ash Mufara is offering this product. Each of the products. And we're looking, when we talk about cost effective, look at the free products that Mr. Ash Mufara is giving. OMail is a paid product. If you look at all the functions there, it's supposed to be an enterprise version, though they will come with another version which will be higher. But already, if you look at it now as we speak, business can use OMail. They just need to add one or two so they can pass it to their Active Directory to create a lot of users. Because if they use it now, right, what will happen? It means you have to create all of them in the ecosystem. But if business is coming, it will go through the Active Directory where they can create multiple email. And there is a reason behind that. If you leave the business, what happens? They can shut you down because they cannot allow you to go and be using OMail, which is a company OMail. And that's what Mr. Ash will do, all of these things. But OMail as it stands, most of the functions there, they're all business use, and we are using it for free. Now, let's look at OTrim. Business will come use OTrim for free. Why is it cost effective? Look at it. Most of the trim URL is just 8 characters. OTrim, 21 characters for customization. And then you have heat map where you can manage, you can see your business. When you trim your link, what happened? You put it on the internet space. You can see where your customers are coming using that heat map, and where you can concentrate. You say, no, I don't want to put my money here. I want to put my money here. That is cost effectiveness, giving you something for free. So you've come for OConnect as a business, and you have OTrim where you can trim. Say, look at marketing company. Most of them, they put every business in this way have marketing department within them. Even in an IT industry, they have marketing department. The reason why they're having it, you build a product, you need to sell that product, right? The marketing department will be the one to market that product. Even in Mercedes or Mary-Kay, call all the business in this way. They have various departments. Now they have their tree, their URL. What will happen? They can trim it and put it out, you know, the customers, and they will use what? O-trim for free. You know, look at the heat map, say, oh, these are our customers. This is where all our customers are coming. What if we spend our money there instead of going to this area where we've been throwing our money and we're not getting nothing from that area? So that is the cost effectiveness of ONPASSIVE, where you are buying something, but you are getting high quality free products, which you can use to enhance your own business. And even the one you are buying is just peanut. For instance, we're coming with what? O-Tracker is there. Already O-Tracker is there. O-Tracker for 1 year, if you look at like Google Analytics, it's 150,000 a year. 1 month is 12,500. What if we don't know how much Mr. Ash will get? Then Mr. Ash we know as this man is, this man will never give it at that price. And it is so high quality. Businesses will dive into that product because the others, they'll just look and say, oh, this is just okay for me. This is free. I can get this. I can get most of the free internal communication tools. Some of them will be free. You never know. You know. So I'll leave it. Andy know how to put the figure out there.
Exactly. I'm very excited to hear from Andy, because Andy, I believe that everything that Collins has said, Lynn has just summarized it here in another few words. The digital products are the highest value and have the greatest functionality, value. So what's the wisdom behind making it cost effective in your...
Let's look at O-Trim, because Collins has mentioned this. We have TinyURL and Bitly and several others. Each of those charge an amount per month to use. They don't have the analytics that we have to go with it. So what was behind the thought process that Mr. Mafara had regarding O-Trim? Why is he giving it away for free? Why is it a far better product than those that are paid products on the market, but why is it for free? Because there is a suite of digital products that we have. We have 5 or 6 at the moment, and there are more and more and more coming. So Bitly and TinyURL, these companies are worth several billion, because at the end of the day, they have, you know, their turnover has been in the billions. So we're losing that market potentially. So why do it? What's the purpose behind it? Well, the purpose behind it is there are so many things that we have, and the way that these products have been put together, all induced with AI. If you build the platform so wide that you can just put bits and pieces on it. I know Collins talks about most of these products that are built on a 2-story foundations, and sooner or later they just collapse because you're just adding on and adding on and adding on. Whereas if you put the base and then you can add to it whatever you like, that makes sense. So at the end of the day, this, as far as Ash is concerned, this is an additional extra. It's a little something to wet your whistle with. You know, OConnect, our video conferencing platform, we've already tested with over 80,000 people. We'll very shortly have auto translation in 57 languages. We've already got, you know, things like the presentation where I can talk directly to the screen and have my presentation show up like a prompter. There are so many different features. We could go on and on and on, but they're constantly adding new features and new features and new features. And it's totally different to this, you know, 2-story foundation system where they're trying to build a skyscraper. No, because the platform itself has been built so wide, you can add whatever you like to it. So we could go to the moon. So when you've got something that has this AI system in place and the foundations are so large that you could just, add on what you wanted. And when you have that, you have the capability to put all of these new products onto that same platform. Every single one just can go onto the same platform. Now there are so many that a lot of these are paying products. If we look at one of the video conferencing platform companies, they made 138 billion during COVID. So we have a system which is far superior to that one. You have more attendees than that one, which, by the way, used to kind of reach 15,000 and then all hell broke loose. You've got a system where people can then be on that call if they're in Africa, as long as they've got an internet connection. The AI technology will send them something to make sure that they can continue to be on that call. That's phenomenal. So when you've got an event, for instance, you want to do an event, a worldwide event, a concert, Beyonce, not my favorite, but just the name sprung to my mind. You don't want to do a concert, you want to do it worldwide, you could, using O-Connect. And you could have 1 million people on the call, 10 million people on the call, 100 million people on the call. Just think what that would do for an event company. Well, that's phenomenal. So all of these things have a value to them. And we know that because of the products are that good, that the business is just going to come in anyway. So when you have something that is exceptional and it's a little extra, why not throw it in for good measure? This system allows every single person that has the internet to take advantage of products that are far superior to what's available. But as Lynn says, it is value. Because we've done the work. This is what made me giggle. You have the database system. Sorry, I'm going to ramble a little bit, but I think this is important. You have the database systems, the database center. So I remember Mr. Mafara explaining about the database center and explaining about the equipment that's going into these systems is the very, very latest laser technology. Everything is top of the range, absolutely top of the tree, highest, level equipment you can buy. Then you go back to the likes of Google we've mentioned. Now, Google are still using relatively old servers at the end of the day, but they need 1,500 staff to run a relatively small data center. Whereas if we have the largest data center in the world, because we've got the very latest up-to-date equipment, we would need 3 personnel. 3. Right, so if you've got that system in place, what is it going to mean for all of these companies wanting to host their web sites in our database? And because the database is going to be the largest ever, we could host the entire internet. So, okay, this is a tiny little something, and I'm going to give it to you for free. In comparison to the overall picture, it is exactly that, a tiny little piece of the puzzle, and it's a freebie, but it is already great value for money for every single person that already uses and pays for, a trimming tool. Every single person that is in business that sells something online should use a trimming tool. And if you've got one with an analytic system built into it, then hey guys, we've got one for free. Do you want to come and have a look?
Yes. So Collins, Andy said a few things, and one thing stood out. One of the last things he said, we've got about the largest database or data center, and so we have the capability to host the entire internet. I was just wondering earlier on, again, Andy talked from his perspective as a financial advisor and advisor. Andy, bear with me. But then I don't, and how it would benefit them, saving time, money, and stuff. I'm just wondering, you are from the technology industry. I'm not sure whether all technology companies produce the same products. If not, is there anything in Mr. Mufari's ecosystem that another IT company can benefit from? Is there value for another IT company in this ecosystem?
Yes, there's a lot. IT company, or we can look at, say, okay, Mr. ONPASSIVE is an IT company, right? They build software solution as well. And what are some of the products that IT company are using? It's also software solution to build the product. So the data center ONPASSIVE is coming with will benefit what? Other IT companies, because where would they host the data? So if you look at, say, you take, for instance, say, an IT company is building software for, say, Tesco, or for, say, maybe Walmart, or all of those companies. Where would they host the data? Now they are using, some of them are using AWS, because the company will say, okay, where do you want us to host your data? Because it's all data. So where are we hosting your data? Say, okay, we are hosting our data AWS. So whatever they are building will do what? They will send administrator that will administer all the data to where? To AWS, Amazon Web Services. If they are using Microsoft Azure data center, Microsoft, they will host it on Microsoft, which is a lot of money. So you see how company will benefit from ONPASSIVE when they come up with data center. What about companies that are looking for domain registrar? You build a website. If you are not a domain registrar, you need a company that provides domain. Where would they go? They'll go to ONPASSIVE. So ONPASSIVE is not killing you, but it's enhancing your business, and it will give it in a far better price than any other company out there. Because one of the things, when you are building software and you are dealing with a lot of third party, your pricing goes up, because remember, you are paying all of those suppliers. I have to pay my supplier who is supplying me this. I have to pay this person because they are taking care of this. I cannot do everything on my own. So what happened? The price go up because you need to get your return of investment. If I pay you comfort, I need to get the return. And where will the return come? From the customers who are buying the products. So everything falls back to the customers. But now, if you have a company where everything is in-house, they manage everything, their financial services in-house, the data center in-house, domain register in-house, verification in-house, software all in-house, what will happen? They can give you for any price because everything is built. No third party is involved. So I can say I'll give you everything for £1. Fair enough. And where will the customer go? They will come to the person, the person that will give them in a much better price than any other company out there. So ONPASSIVE would get a lot. And when we are looking at ONPASSIVE, we said, all right, they are building all these things. Mr. Ashmufara is not just to say, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and throw this. They want to get everything in one place where they can dictate their price, not allow different companies to dictate their price, for them. Remember, data center is like meter. The more the data, the more you pay. It's like electricity. Bring 10,000 data to tell you, okay, this is what you pay. What if there is a company that will just say, you know what, we don't really care, we'll just take it that way. Look at O Connect. How, if you want to go for more, Zoom and all the other video conferencing, the more space you want, the more you pay. Mr. Ashmufara told us something which is really fascinating. He said, all right, if you want 10,000 participants or 20,000, I give you 20,000 participants. This is the price you will pay. And the system can dictate, monitor, and say, all right, comfort, though you request for 20,000, but you are not using that 20,000, your price drop. Where can you get that? None of the video conference will give you that. They will just tell you, you know what, this is your agreement. If you want to go for the lesser package. But the more you stand there, they don't care if you have a meeting just for one person. You will pay the 10,000 because that's what you request for. So ONPASSIVE is just coming to support, enhance business. As I always look at it, I said, this is the better place for businesses and for even individual sole proprietor who just want to make a living. ONPASSIVE is the place. There is no way you will get this. because ONPASSIVE was built to better our life, not to destroy our life, not to take from us, but to empower us so we can empower others.
Oh yes, I think I like how you concluded is the empower us so that we empower others, and that's just what we're doing right now. Thank you. So Andy, you have the honor to crown this discussion. So just say everything on behalf of Collins and myself. Thank you.
I think from my personal point of view, I've dealt with an awful lot of companies over the last 35 years. You don't very often come across a company that treats its staff the way we do, has built or designed the concept the way ONPASSIVE has. You usually find that the companies are me, I want. And they're only in it for profit. You know, we said this yesterday, Collins, on OP Blueprint, Digital Blueprint. You know, most software companies take on staff for a project, and that project lasts 3, 4, 5 years, however long. But they know that at the end of that project, once it's done, they're out. They've got to find another job. And they've got to go to another company and start again and start again and start again. ONPASSIVE is totally different. You know, and Mr. Mafara has made it very, very clear to every single person working at the company, you have a job for life. Because this is not going to stop here. This is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So when you've got, you know, an ethos like that, that goes massively for you anyway. When you've got an ethos that then adds superior products at value for money, that's the next tick in the box. When you've got no shareholders that you're beholden to, and you have to create a profit each and every year in order to make sure that the shareholders are happy. No, we don't have that either. So this is a win-win-win-win-win situation. And our tech team, my hat is off to them without a shadow of a doubt. They work extremely hard to create these products. But I'm so proud of being part of the company from the point of view that, you know, we've been in this for quite some while. Yes, we launched in September, and it's just getting better and better and better. Thanks, Comfort.
Thank you so much, Andy. So
was
guys,
that a good enough crown? was that a good enough crown?
Yeah, it was powerful. Believe me, it was. It was. Yes, thank you. So, guys, before I forget, OP Digital Blueprint is breaking grounds. It was another crazy one yesterday. So, if you missed out on that, you want to go and watch the one with Mike Ellis, Collins, and Andy yesterday. It was really great. Thank you, guys, for job well done. The comments are just like everybody is just like, oh my god. So it was such a wonderful discussion. Go get it
We're
done.
really enjoying it, to be fair. So next week Dan Street's going to join us,
yes,
as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. It should be good.
Yes, it's quite powerful. So guys, let's go for it. Let's just be on top of it. That's what's warming us up, and I think everybody should be ready for business if we are listening to all these discussions. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't yet, or maybe you've forgotten, or you were still planning to do that this Thanksgiving evening. We all are celebrating Thanksgiving worldwide anyway, and so we'll surely be back again tomorrow with another topic. Thank you. Come back again, and we love you so much. Thank you, Andy and Collins. See you soon, guys.
Cheers,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.